Imagine a world where entertainment, transportation, finance and commerce are at your fingertips 247. Welcome to the future. Taraba Business School and Taraba News proudly present a revolutionary lineup of products and services designed to transform your life. Som TV, your premier 247 destination for local and international entertainment, news and educational content. Come to the broadcast of News Hour on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of World News on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of news across Nigeria on Super Media Television.
This is Sport Daily on Som TV. Good morning, Nigeria. This is the morning show from Som TV.
Super Cab, safe, convenient and affordable 247 transportation services across Jalingo and Taraba State. With suppliers and grow your businesses 247 with our vibrant e-commerce platform. CBS e-learning, access a wall of knowledge with our comprehensive online courses and myriad of professional programs. SuperSop, unlock exclusive subscription-based services, discounts and reward. Don't miss this groundbreaking products and services. Join us as we all celebrate in the future and
beautiful and timeless.
At Som TV, we don't just tell.
In Taraba State, let's ascend to the future. Imagine a world where entertainment, transportation, finance and commerce are at your fingertips 247. Welcome to the future. Taraba Business School and Taraba News proudly present a revolutionary lineup of products and services designed to transform your life. Som TV, your premier 247 destination for local and international entertainment, news and educational content. Come to the broadcast of News Hour on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of World News on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of news across Nigeria on Super Media Television.
This is Sport Daily on Som TV. Good morning, Nigeria. This is the morning.
I am Moses Peter and you are tuning to News at 9 on Som TV. Coming to you live from our Som TV headquarters in Jalingo, Taraba State. Stay connected with us on Facebook at Som TV and YouTube at Som TV Live for real-time updates and in-depth coverage delivering the pulse of the nation. Here are tonight's major headlines. Taraba State strengthens social and economic initiatives as Community Network Against Substance Abuse Initiative. Coordinator Dr. Garba visits National Advisor Moonlip, while Taraba Internal Revenue Service flags informal sector enumeration. Benue State project inspected with Universal Basic Education Commission support as military in Kwara State neutralizes bandit camps. Plateau State Governor joins All Progressives Congress supporting President Bola Tinubu for 2027, while Kaduna State updates youth policy and Borno State repatriates refugees. On international news, U.S. President Donald Trump warns Iran over nuclear negotiations, deploys naval forces, while Rwanda files arbitration case against Britain over cancelled 2024 asylum deal. On business news, soaring Lagos house rent fuel landlord-tenant disputes amid economic pressures as Nigeria's housing market projected to grow 5 to 15% in 2026, with sub-ops seeing highest gains. On entertainment news, Funke Akindele's Behind the Scenes crosses 2.4 billion naira, becomes highest grossing Nollywood film of the year. Moving on to sports, 2026 Niger Delta Games organizers assured NSC of strong preparation and grassroots talent development in Edo State. Now the news in full. The Taraba State coordinator of the Community Network Against Substance Abuse Initiative, Ambassador Dr. Tony Garba, has led a courtesy visit to the national advisor of the organization, Evangelist Philip Munlip, as part of efforts to strengthen collaboration and intensify the fight against substance abuse in Nigeria. Some TV correspondents complete the report.
Speaking during the visit, Ambassador Dr. Tony Garba explained that CONASI was established about 5 years ago as a national body with an international outlook, committed to addressing the growing menace of substance abuse in the society. He noted that the organization's core mandate includes education, sensitization, training, and rehabilitation of victims of substance abuse across communities. Dr. Garba lamented the devastating effect of drug abuse, particularly among youth, stressing that society is already witnessing the alarming loss of strong, young, and able-bodied men and women who should be contributing meaningfully to the national development.
CONASI was established about 5 years ago. It's a national body, and it has an international outlook. Our activities is to educate, sensitize, train, and rehabilitate victims of drugs abuse in the society.
He further called on government at all levels, relevant stakeholders, and the general public to support CONASI in its mission to eradicate substance abuse, protect the youth, and secure a healthier, more productive future for the country.
You know, clubs against drugs and substance abuse and all this, you will agree with me, is one of the menaces today we have in the society. You'll be surprised that even from primary school, children are already abusing substances. Not to talk of secondary school, and not to talk of the tertiary. So we'll be visiting them for sensitization. We have already gone to police, we have already gone to NDLEA, we've already gone to NAFDAC, and which again, some other institutions we are on familiarization to, so that when we kick off fully, we started in last year, we will not have any qualms with anybody.
In his response, the national advisor of CONASI, Honorable Philip Munlip, commended Ambassador Dr. Tony Garba for laying a solid foundation for the organization in Taraba State. He described the state coordinator as a focused and committed, noting that within a short period, he has demonstrated capacity and dedication in driving the vision and core interest of the organization.
First and foremost, I want to welcome you. I would also want to start by commending you as the state chairman of CONASI for a very noble start and for setting a solid foundation. I remember at the time we were speaking with you when it was very, very convincing that you are the right person to steer the ship of this organization here in the state. I was heavily persuaded, and I don't need to maybe think otherwise, having seen the effort we have made so far in driving this organization within a very short possible time. Just barely within some months, you've been able to set up structures, and you're already driving the focal interest of the organization.
CONASI visit concluded with a brief sensitization message to staff of the organization, urging them to stay away from drug abuse while highlighting its harmful effects on human health, productivity, and overall well-being. Iranyang Daniel, reporting for Sun TV.
Taraba State Internal Revenue Service, in collaboration with the Office of the Governor through the Special Advisor on Technical Workforce, Strategic Development and Productivity, hosted a one-day sensitization workshop and officially flagged off the enumeration exercise for the informal sector in the state. Some TV correspondents complete the report.
After the spelling of the word unity, we call the meaning.
The event theme inclusive governance and the roadmap towards building inclusiveness for the informal sector brought together key stakeholders from artisans, traders, builders, and other informal sector associations. Speaking at the event, Brigadier General Faransa Aliu Jeremiah urged participants to remain committed to tax compliance, highlighting the benefits of using government-approved digital payment platform instead of cash transactions.
Taraba State Tool creation 34 years ago was here. Tara revenue ya kai miliyan 700 ba kowane wata. Ba wai ba revenue bane. But ana tara revenue din baya tafiya account na gwamnati. Yana tafiya aljihun wasu mutane. Da ikon Allah mun yi kokari mun toshe irin waɗannan abubuwan. Sannan yanzu Taraba tana generating not less than 2 billion in a month as revenue.
He also commended Governor Abu Kefas for his support, which has grown the state's internally generated revenue from 700 million to 2 billion monthly. Also speaking, Ms. Mario Mohammed, Managing Director of iFocus Nigeria Limited, introduced a new application and website designed to enhance productivity and income for artisans and traders. She encouraged participants to register using their National Identification Number (NIN) to access the platform's benefits. Responding on behalf of the participants, leaders of various associations expressed appreciation to Governor Abu Kefas for his visionary leadership and to the Tribal Inland Revenue Service for initiatives that are positively transforming businesses across the states. The event also featured a cake-cutting ceremony and group photograph session. Iranyang Daniel, reporting for Some TV.
So from Taraba State, troops of 6th Brigade Nigerian Army under Operation Wild Stroke successfully rescued kidnapped businessman Mr. Gali in Dogongawa, Taraba State. His driver, adopted on January 11 in Benue State, was killed, causing disruption to trade and transport. Intervention restored security along major commercial routes, boosted trader confidence, and safeguarded supply chains, also reinforcing investor trust, demonstrating the Army's commitment to maintaining law and order in the region while supporting local economic stability. Meanwhile, the Taraba State Ministry of Justice and the Nigeria Police collaborated in an interactive session to strengthen investigations and criminal prosecutions. Officers from the State Criminal Investigation Department and Divisional Unit participated, guided by Director of Public Prosecution, Barrister Abubakar Dahiru Mustafa. Focus was on adherence to the administration of criminal justice law, proper documentation, human rights compliance, and collaboration with legal officers, aiming to enhance prosecutorial effectiveness and public confidence in the state justice system. Reports indicate senior media managers toured Benue State to observe Governor Hyacinth Alia's developmental project. Their visit covered health facilities, schools, infrastructure, and industrial sites, noting visible improvement benefited citizens. Officials said transparency was promoted and progress observed recognition. In parallel, the state government began distributing teaching and learning materials on January 18, 2026 in partnership with the Universal Basic Education Commission. The initiative aims to improve education quality, teacher support, and student access, complementing infrastructure upgrades and digital learning programs. Military air and ground operations in Kwara State have forced bandits to flee forest hideouts, neutralized criminal camps, and left many injured. A recent adoption on Idofin Odo Aga Ola Road involved 2 women and a young boy. 1 woman escaped and the other was released. Security agencies are intensifying efforts to locate the boy. Consequently, Kwara leads North Central in APC e-registration with 227,000 registrants. Officials praised governance reforms and party leadership, calling for extended registration to encourage broader participation. The federal government intensified the Ogoni cleanup program in Akwa Ibom State to test environmental justice and governance. Officials from the Hydrocarbon Pollution Remediation Project and Ogoni Trust Fund met in Ikot Ekpene to review soil remediation, mangrove restoration, water provision, livelihood, and health interventions. Observers stressed institutionalizing high prep, ensuring accountability, and mobilizing funds to rebuild public trust and achieve tangible results, thereby restoring environmental and community well-being across Ogoni land. Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang officially joined the All Progressives Congress, APC, welcomed by Vice President Kashim Shettima, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, and APC leaders at Jos Polo Ground. The rally celebrated unity, collaboration, and development prospects. Governor Mutfwang commended former Governor Simon Lalong for his leadership and pledged to strengthen the party, support President Bola Tinubu's 2027 re-election, and foster economic growth, peace, and social progress in Plateau State, enhancing both political and developmental outcomes. Kaduna State is revising its youth policy to incorporate the digital green twin transition, emphasizing job creation, innovation, and sustainable development. Civic Impact for Sustainable Development Foundation highlighted youth as a vital economic asset while addressing high unemployment and gender gaps. Recommendations include solar-powered digital hubs, green technology venture funds, and increased youth participation. Additionally, Governor Uba Sani flagged off reconstruction of Ahmadu Bello University's 60-kilometer internal roads to improve mobility, safety, accessibility, and job creation. Furthermore, Niyi Toluwalokpe, CEO of eTransact PLC, proposed a unified tokenized national identity system, linking income and location to the national identification number could broaden Nigerians' access to affordable credit, reduce repeated verification procedures, curb exploitative lending, and enhance financial inclusion for workers such as drivers, security personnel, and regular earners. Borno State plans to repatriate over 3,000 Nigerian refugees from Cameroon after 11 years. Governor Babangana Umara Zulum's promise is being fulfilled with coordination from the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants, and Internally Displaced Persons alongside Cameroonian and humanitarian support. Refugees, mainly from central and southern Borno, fled insurgency but now voluntarily return with logistical assistance. This operation marks a significant milestone in restoring displaced citizens, rebuilding communities, and reinforcing stability in Borno State. Medicines Sans Frontieres, Doctors Without Borders reported over 40 suspected Lassa fever cases in January at Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University Teaching Hospital, Bauchi. The spike is unusual for this season, prompting year-round operations of the 60-bed center with plans to expand capacity. Patients receive medical and psychosocial support while community awareness encourages early treatment. Authorities emphasize preparedness, patient education, and ongoing monitoring to prevent outbreaks and safeguard public health across Bauchi State. Moving on to Kebbi State, the All Progressives Congress suspended Kabiru Labo Jega, Permanent Secretary of Community and Rural Development, for allegedly inciting violence in Jega town. The zonal vice chairman announced the suspension to protect party unity. Officials warned that further misconduct could lead to expulsion, highlighting adherence to rules and internal cohesion. Party leaders stressed that his actions were a threat to internal stability and affirmed commitment to maintaining peace and order among party members. Now to Sokoto State. Report has it that the Federal High Court in Abuja dismissed Nnamdi Kanu's motion to transfer from Sokoto Custodial Center. Justice James Obotonsho ruled the motion incompetent due to procedural lapses, absence of supporting affidavits, and withdrawal of legal aid council representation. Kanu, leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, argued distance impeded personal appeal of his life imprisonment sentence. The court upheld continued detention, emphasizing adherence to judicial procedure and proper legal channels. The African Democratic Congress leadership in Gombe State issued a warning to members against attempting to amend the party constitution before formally joining. A joint communique by the National Working Committee and Board of Trustees, officials stressed that such actions could create confusion. Citing Article 8, they reinforced proper ward-level registration procedures. Ward, local government, and state congresses were postponed due to unforeseen circumstances, with new dates to be officially announced, preserving organizational discipline and unity. Rivers State Governor Sir Siminalayi Fubara was praised on his 51st birthday for youth-focused leadership. Captain Stanley Pebu highlighted policies emphasizing skills training, infrastructure, education, and social programs. Observers noted Fubara's calm and steady governance fosters development, opportunity, and peaceful coexistence across communities. Additionally, the Conference of Nigeria Political Parties and a coalition of national civil society organizations condemned impeachment plots against Fubara, calling it politically motivated and urging President Bola Tinubu to intervene to safeguard democracy. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) launched an alternative development project to replace illicit cannabis cultivation with legal high-value crops. Brigadier General Mohammed Marwa, retired, explained the initiative provides sustainable livelihoods, food security, and community empowerment, focusing on Artemisia annua. Traditional rulers, youths, women, and market groups are encouraged to participate. The program aligns with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda, promoting inclusive, development-driven alternatives while reducing criminal activity linked to illicit farming. The federal government opened a 2026 borrowing program with an oversubscribed 1.54 trillion naira bond auction, far exceeding the 900 billion naira offered. Total bids reached 2.25 trillion naira as investors favored longer venture instruments. Analysts attribute the surge to expectations of lower interest rates later in the year, supported by easing inflation and currency stability. However, concerns persist over potential crowding out effect on private sector credit and broader economic productivity. The federal government revised Nigeria's housing deficit to 14.9 million units following new data from the National Housing Data Technical Committee. Presented at the National Council on Lands, Housing and Urban Development, the update cites rapid population growth, urbanization, weak mortgage systems, and land access constraints. Minister Ahmed Musa Dangiwa said credible data will support reforms and the establishment of a national housing data center to guide planning, investment, and housing delivery strategies nationwide. Former Nigerian Petroleum Minister Disney Alison Madueke allegedly received £100,000 sterling in cash, luxury goods, private jet flights, and chauffeur-driven cars as bribes UK prosecutor Alexandra Haley told Southwark Crown Court. The trial covers 5 bribery counts and 1 conspiracy charge linked to her tenure from 2010 to 2015 under President Goodluck Jonathan. Co-defendants include oil executive Olatimbo Ayinde and her brother Doye Agama. Alison Madueke pleaded not guilty and was granted bail in 2015. Katsina State signed an MOU with Cosmos Residential City Nigeria Limited to build 3,750 aqua acro housing units integrating homes, fish production, and farming. Governor Diko Rada described the 155 billion naira public-private partnership as a pathway to financial independence, enabling beneficiaries earn up to 200,000 monthly and own homes and farms within 5 years. The initiative aims to enhance livelihoods, reduce poverty, and promote community-level agricultural productivity. Bayelsa State launched a measles rubella vaccination campaign amid low immunization and healthcare access gaps. Led by Mrs. Gloria Diri, the exercise targets children aged 9 months to 14 years and honors late Deputy Governor Lawrence Orujakpo. Temporary posts across communities will operate January 27 to February 5, 2026. Health workers aim to improve immunity, curb outbreaks, and strengthen routine vaccination coverage in vulnerable rural and urban populations. UNICEF donated 25,000 HIV test kits to Bauchi State to support early detection among children under 5. Dr. Adamu Sambo stressed timely testing to prevent transmission and ensure fast access to treatment, especially in high-burden communities. UNICEF's Dr. Nurzat Rafiq said the intervention strengthens child survival efforts and complements ongoing campaigns against mother-to-child transmission, ultimately boosting local health systems and early care interventions. We are now heading on a short commercial break. When we come back, the news continues. Stay tuned. Don't touch the dial.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app, for services, endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. Partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses. Just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy, and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement. Moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464. 080 606 60861. Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB?
Africa, a land of roots, rhythm, and resilience.
Where every thread of the fabric tells a story.
Every beat of the drum echoes heritage.
And every voice carries the soul of generation.
We are Africa, bold, beautiful, and timeless. At Sun TV, we don't just tell African stories.
We celebrate it in every color, sound, and tradition.
From the past that shaped us
to the future we proudly define.
Sun TV, Africa, seen, heard, celebrated. Sun TV, Pulse of the Nation.
Back. We are glad you're still there with us. On international news, U.S. President Donald Trump has warned Iran to negotiate a nuclear deal or face a far worse attack, citing a previous U.S. strike in June as a warning. Tehran responded it would defend itself like never before if provoked. Trump also noted a U.S. naval force is approaching the region amid rising tensions following Rwanda has filed an arbitration case against Britain over the cancellation of a 2024 asylum deal by Prime Minister Keir Starmer. The agreement, which planned to relocate migrants arriving illegally in the UK, stalled after legal challenges, with only 4 people sent voluntarily. Rwanda claims Britain breached the financial terms, seeking £100 million in unpaid payments. London called the scheme a failure and vowed to defend taxpayers while tackling illegal migration by other means. On business news, the soaring house rents in Lagos are fueling disputes between landlords and tenants, often escalating to evictions and court battles. Tenants relocating to suburbs face higher transport costs and reduced service access. Housing advocates warn that without government intervention or affordable housing initiatives, urban displacement and social tension may worsen. Landlords cite rising maintenance and utility costs, indicating that both sides are under significant economic pressure. Similarly, Nigeria's housing market is projected to grow 5 to 15% in 2026, with infrastructure-linked suburbs expected to see the highest gains. Prime urban areas like Lagos and Abuja may experience moderate growth, while middle-income zones are poised to outperform national averages. High rental costs will persist due to housing shortages and strong demand. Infrastructure development, transport access, and affordability are critical drivers for residential value and long-term strategic investments. On entertainment news, Funke Akindele's latest film, Behind the Scenes, has achieved a major box office milestone, crossing 2.4 billion naira in earnings. Produced and starring the acclaimed actress, the movie is now the highest grossing Nollywood film of the year and topped weekend charts. Distributor Film One credited its success to overwhelming audience support and sustained interest nationwide, celebrating the milestone and thanking moviegoers for their love and patronage, which propelled the film to record-breaking success. On sport news, organizers of the 2026 Niger Delta Games have assured the National Sports Commission that the competition will remain a key feature of Nigeria's sporting calendar. During a courtesy visit to NSC Director General Bukola Olakpade, Chairman Mali